Or haven't you heard? Wonderful viewers of the channel, welcome. Japan is a very interesting country, so we researched the most incredible things in this country for you. If you ready, here we go. The Japanese have found a way to combat hot weather. When you spray this blue spray, it turns into a gel and starts to cool you down. You can put it on your wrist and enjoy the coldness for a long time. You may want to spray it all over your body in hot weather. In Japan, some stores have no employees at all. For example, there is no salesman in this clothing store. You buy what you want, pay for it and leave. Will this system work in Turkey, or will the store be looted? They say anime characters aren't real, but they really exist in this cafe. This anime-themed cafe serves its customers in this way. The waiters imitate anime characters, with slightly exaggerated facial expressions and movements. An interesting cafe for anime lovers. In Japan, there is an art of making strange inventions called chindagu. For example, eye drop glasses. This way you can use eye drops easily. Or a food cooler was made with a fan attached to the sticks. These solve a problem, but they're not useful. The aim is to make funny inventions anyway. There is also a selfie stick, one of the ideas produced in 1995. It was thought funny at the time, but now everyone uses it, so some ideas aren't that bad after all. We can say that the Japanese are experts in product packaging. Unlike us, they don't put what you buy in a bag and give it away. The seller packages what you buy so beautifully that you don't want to open it. They have turned packaging into an art. If there are no photos of the dishes you want on a restaurant menu, sometimes you will have a hard time choosing. But here, restaurants make copies of the dishes and display them. Let alone photos. These are real food made of plastic. Even though they are made of plastic, they look very realistic. This way you know what the food you order will look like. Watermelon is indispensable for summer months, but I guess the Japanese don't like the shape of the watermelon very much, so they produce it in cube form. When the watermelon are small, they put them in a cube-shaped container, and when they grow, they take the shape of the container. What do you think? Do they do it this way because it's easier to store? The Japanese have gone one step further when it comes to eating fresh fish. In some restaurants, you personally catch your fish from the water. You give the fish you caught to the staff and they cook it and bring it back to you. The ultimate in freshness. There are hand washing stands on the streets or in shopping malls. It's normal so far, but what's interesting is that they also have a place to clean your phone. You also put your phone in this compartment while washing your hands. Thus, both your hand and your phone are cleaned. I think it's wonderful. Tipping is welcome everywhere in the world, except Japan. Tipping is considered an insult here. They don't do a job well to get a tip. They do it well because they have to do it well. That's why when a tip comes from a customer, they consider it as disrespect. What do you think? Should the perspective on tipping be like this everywhere? In our country, we slurp it a little while drinking tea or soup. But the Japanese slurp a little loudly. This slurping also indicates that the food eaten is delicious and includes a compliment to the cook. If you go to Japan, you have to get used to these sounds. One of the most interesting cafes here is the Pig Cafe. These little pigs roam freely inside the cafe. You can spend time with them, love them and have fun. Turkey budomuz tutmaz. Amaketali versione olabilir. Do you love singing karaoke, but do you feel embarrassed to sing it in front of others? Here is the solution again. This karaoke bar has single rooms. You can sing karaoke and have fun alone, as you wish in soundproof rooms. There is also food and drink service in your room, so it is possible to have fun here for a long time. If you wish taxi drivers would drive slower, you are in the right place. There is a service here called Turtle Taxi. These taxis especially drive very slowly. These taxis are generally used by tourists who want to watch the surroundings and people who don't like speed. I think it's an incredible idea. You are in public restroom or at your friend's house, but when you hear noise in the toilet, you feel embarrassed. Japanese thought about this. They added a volume button to their toilets. When you press this button, a loud water sound or music sound is heard. This way you can go to the toilet comfortably. While we are on the toilet, let's talk about this. We feel like we are actually wasting some clean water every time you flush the toilet. The Japanese have made a sink with siphon drain. In this way, wastewater fills the siphon and we prevent waste. One of the interesting vending machines found here is the dating vending machine. If you're worried about meeting someone new, you go to this vending machine. These vending machines contain boxes for men and women writing their own characteristics. You can buy them and contact them by phone. Can we call it a kind of vending machine for men and women? You wanted to go to the toilet while sitting in a cafe with your laptop, but you're thinking, how can I leave the laptop behind? But that's not a problem in Japan. Here everyone can leave their belongings and leave without fear of them being stolen. Theft crime is very low in this country. The internet cafe business in the world is slowly coming to an end, but in Japan it's the opposite. Here internet cafes are seen as entertainment centers. It is possible to get free drinks or soups inside. If you want, you can rent single rooms for the whole day. You can even take a bath inside. The price here is like $20 per day. I will stay here instead of staying in a hotel. We put a common aspect with Turkey as the last item. Interestingly, cucumbers are sold on the streets as a refreshing food. You may have seen cucumber sellers on the street here too. The only difference is that they put it on a stick and sell it. Other than that, everything is the same. Which one surprised you the most? Write in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye for now.